is good. Okay. You don't have faith in the company, or you don't have faith in yourself.
And repeat the first one real quick because I just started recording.
Faith in God.
Faith in God.
Okay. Faith in God, faith in the company, and faith in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if you're lacking one, or at least one, or maybe two, or all three, you can't build a business. You're shut down. And I've been thinking, why does this phone get so heavy, right? And what I came up with is that when we put all the emphasis on ourselves, right? Instead of putting the emphasis on other people, this phone gets heavy and we don't want to share it. Meaning, I'm not going to go share with everybody I know, because what are they going to think about me doing one of those things? Where if you can get your mind right and say, hey, it's not about me, I'm more worried about helping other folks, then the phone gets to be really, really light, because we're not worried about what other people think about ourselves. We want to go out there and help other people. And when you get that mindset that it doesn't matter what they're saying about you or what they think about you, you're going to call everybody out there. Because once you figure out those other folks may or may not join your business, but they're not paying your bills. So this phone gets really, really heavy when we put the emphasis on ourselves and not other people. So focus on helping others, because in the Bible it says to be great or achieve greatness, you got to find a way to serve the many. And we can definitely serve the many with 7K. And then take the emphasis off yourself, focus on helping other people get what they want, then you'll ultimately get what you want.
I think there's also a little thing called desperation because of your lack of belief, because of a lack of faith, because of a lack of belief in yourself.
Yep.
That you need to dig your well before you get thirsty, right?
Absolutely.
And otherwise, people are going to smell you or see you coming from a mile away with a net and a harpoon. Here comes another amorid. I don't know if you know about that. I don't know how long you've been in the business, Wayne, this type of business. How long have you been doing these?
About 5 years now.
Okay. So you've heard of Amway though?
Oh yeah, Amway and Shackle, all of those companies.
So Amway gets the brunt of most of the jokes because it is one of the most prolific companies out there. They've infiltrated homes and, surprise spaghetti dinners, whiteboard presentations without guests knowing that's what's going to hit them. So you just look like an amorid is what I call it when you're going through the mall dressed to the nines with a harpoon and a net, right? You're looking for somebody because you're desperate. You need to make the sale. And I have personally found a marked difference in my success, even though I've always been through sheer will successful, that because I don't need to do this, people, it's like the takeaway, right? That's why I use that all the time. Hey, it's probably not something you're interested in, but would you take a look at it and give me your feedback? Because I'd love to help as many people as I can with this. And again, it's probably not for you, but would you mind reviewing? Because I value your input because you're an amazing guy. And I love hearing what you have to say about these things. Because I've listened to your posts on Facebook or whatever. I mean, doing your research is another key thing when you're talking to people, right? What does Bob do? What does Wayne do? Is he a real estate agent? Then does he like golf? Does he hate golf? You're going to know this if you've, and this is in regards to people that right? But when it's a guy out at the shopping cart, right? How many times do we see somebody drop something and we just laugh at them instead of help them, right? And now we've got this COVID thing that everybody's freaked out about being 6 feet, And I mean, I tell the person, man, I caught a fish that was this big, so 6, okay, that's 6 feet, great. So I'm gonna help them. If somebody drops something, I go, hey, do you need some help? They're gonna typically say no, right? And so that's we're going out and practicing. That's why I go out and say hi to people. That's all. Just that in the beginning, especially. But if I feel like, man, I'm not feeling it today, I'm not feeling the belief, I'm not feeling the faith, I'm not feeling myself, I'm going to go out, I'm going to see somebody in the shopping aisle or in the gas station and say, hey, how you doing? That's it. And they're going to look at you. They're going to go, huh? I can't tell what you're saying because you got a mask on. Take the dang thing off. I turn it into a joke, right? Or whatever, because that's my own insecurity, right? About being able to talk to somebody. But what are they going to do? Turn their back on you? Look at you weird? Cross their eyes? Well, who cares? Dude, like Wayne said, I love that because I forgot about that. I used to teach that on stage too. It's like, if they ain't paying your bills, why do you care what they think? Now, if they want to pay my bills, I'll listen to everything they say. I'll sit on the couch at rapt attention. Give me a popcorn bowl and I'm gonna listen to you. Because you paying my mortgage. You ain't paying it. I ain't listening to you. You ain't gonna tell me whether I'm gonna be successful or not. Go ahead, Clark. Wayne.
And then the other thing I was thinking about is, and we've been doing this for a while down here, is once you do get somebody signed up, right?
Mm-hmm.
The hardest thing for them to do is to pick up that phone. So what I like to do immediately is, while they just signed up, they're most excited. Hey Albert, let me teach you exactly what we got to do in this business. We got to make some phone calls. Do you have anybody that will answer the phone right now? Let's make a couple practice calls. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that way you get your new person right off the bat making some practice calls. And all you're going to do is tell your buddy that will answer the phone, hey, Tom, this Albert got something I'm very excited about. Here's my buddy Wayne going to tell you all about it. So then I'm going to share my quick story about what Albert and I are so excited about, and say, oh, by the way, Albert actually has a video that he wants to send you to get your feedback on it. Is that okay? So right there, we're already booking appointments for the new member without them even realizing it. It's practice. And when it's practice, this is very light. But if I say, hey, you need to make some phone calls and then put me on for the follow-up, that never gets happened. And that's ultimately, that's what's getting duplicated in your downline. Nobody's making calls. Mm-hmm. But if we get our new person that we just signed up practicing making some calls with you right there, or with a three-way, then they get comfortable with making these calls. The phone's not heavy anymore. And then that's what's going to get duplicated downline. And if you guys can do that, then your business will explode and have a generational business like Albert was talking about when I first popped on. And that's what we're all after.
So we can talk about riding a bike all we want. We can talk about the intricacies, how to keep your chain oiled and how to make sure the tires are pumped and your handlebars are canted at the right level, what kind of boxer short or what kind of spandex to wear, and goggles and helmets and haircut to have. But until you actually get out there and kick the kickstand out, and I don't even know if speed bikes have kickstands, but whatever, you don't get on the bike. Might be just added weight and get in the way. I'm actually thinking today. You get on it, right? Wiggity, wiggity, wiggity. So unless you get on it, you're not going to have that success and reaching the finish line. You're going to be stuck at the start.
Yeah. And then the other thing I taught about is IPAs, right? Income producing activities. A lot of people, when they get into this business, they have no clue what they need to be doing, what their job description is.
I call it MMAs.
Yeah. It's our job as leaders to teach them what the income producing activities are, and what I think they are and what I believe they are is personal development. What are you reading? I can tell when I'm talking to a member what if they're reading anything at all. Okay. So, I suggest reading 10 pages a day in a personal development book, and then making phone calls, okay, prospecting, following up, wealth strategy presentations, and then following up and then duplicating.
I think to us as leaders, we tend to give too much information sometimes in an effort to grab onto something and go with it, right? I'm thinking that maybe I need to make a list, a checklist of 3 items, just three, post it and ask everybody to print it and have it be a daily sheet. Okay, what do I got to do today? Read 10 pages of something. Check. Okay, I did that. And then call 2 people today. Increase that as you get more comfortable with it. But check.
Well, as a leader, we got to find out what their why is and what their goals are.
That's true.
Okay. So if you tell me I only need to make 2 calls a day, but I want to make 12,500 a week, it ain't gonna happen. Okay.
No.
So as a leader, we need to find out what their why is, what makes them tick, what their goals are, and then create a success plan or a daily method of operation for that individual, because everybody's goals and whys are going to be different, and then so they say, oh, I just need to make $500 a month. I said, okay, great. Then I want you to send out 2 to 5 wealth strategy presentations a day, but focus on the presentation, not the calls. If you got to make 10 calls a day to get 2 people to agree to watch that video, then that's what you do. Okay. And the whole purpose here is to get those presentations out every day. And if you work in this business Monday through Friday, and let's say you send out 2 a day, by the end of the week, you done send out 10 presentations. If you was coming to my office and we're doing this live, that's 10 hours worth of work. And you can do that just like that, 2 hours, 2 presentations a day. Ultimately, at the end of the week, you done sent out 10. You should be able to get 1 or 2 of those folks, and then teach them how to do that. Let's make some practice calls,
Which boils back down to belief again.
Yeah.
Because if you don't understand that it takes 9 no's to get a yes, right? As a general rule, I do 6 out of 10, but 1 out of 10, that means you have to have 9 no's. So when somebody says no, get excited, right?
Yeah.
People get depressed. Oh, you said no.
Yeah.
Awesome. You're closer to a yes. Thanks for saying no, dude. I made some money. How did you make money if I said no? Well, don't worry about it. But for your information, if I have to make $100 by getting 10 people talked to, that's $10 per person, right? So they just said no. I made $10 because I'm closer to the yes to make 100. That's how my mind works.
No, you're exactly right. This business, we get paid to fail, so you fail forward.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I went to executive goals. The first executive goal is I failed faster than anybody else at that point.
Mm-hmm.
I got more no's than anybody else in a short amount of time.
I love Jim Rohn. You can talk to 10 people a week and get 1. I'll outdo you because I'll talk to 100 to get 10, right? So I got more notes. So,
and guys, all that is a mindset, right? Once you reprogram your mind that it's okay to get no's, then you're off to the races.
And you're approaching somebody with the attitude of, you probably aren't interested. That's okay. Because if they're interested, right? But by coming across as, I need you to give me your number. I need you to say yes. I need you to watch this. They're going to go, whoa,
Yeah.
Because they've been approached by hundreds of people. This is the industry.
So the other thing about prospecting, since you brought that up, is it's a couple simple steps here, right? You find a friend or make a friend, find a need, transfer the feeling. Okay, so as you're prospecting, you're talking to them probably through the Ford method, family, occupation, recreation, dreams. Find out what's going on in their life. Okay, and through that conversation, you're going to find out that life is not really good for them. Well, why not? Well, I got laid off from work because of COVID. Okay, so it's right there. They just told you a need. Okay, and then you say, well, what if I can help you out with that? I actually got another business I'm doing that I'm making more money now because of COVID than I was before COVID. Would you be interested in that? Well, yeah, what you got? I got a 24-minute YouTube video I'd like to send you, or whatever video you're sending, right? So You make a friend, you find the need, you transfer the feeling, and then you follow up. That is all we do for prospecting. Okay. And guys, when you follow up, and Albert, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but this is what I found out in 5 years. If you're in your hot market, you probably don't need third-party validation. Okay. But once you get into your warm to cold market, you definitely need somebody else on that phone helping you with that follow-up.
I would say as a rule, yes, but I always get the hot market on the phone with Wayne after they've signed up, because then
Welcome call.
Then what?
That's a welcome call.
Welcome call, but I also want to demonstrate to them what they need to be doing, because they're going to think, so however you sign somebody up is how, and 80% is, that's how much they've been trained on how they do the business. And if you just talk to them and sign them up, they're going to go, well, that's, if I got to do that, I can't do that. Right. And so I try my best even before they sign. Hey, let me just, before you get signed up, because I know you're interested. I know you said you want to spend $1,000. Let me get Dwayne on. And I'll say, hey, Dwayne, this guy's already in. He's ready to sign up, but I wanted to introduce him to you, share a 2-minute testimony. And so again, he's in. That means we're not going to sell him. We're just going to share the excitement about what we're doing. And then, then after we get out, all right, we're going to get him signed up. Dwight, thanks for your input, and see you later. And I get off and I said, so that's how I sign up my hot market. Because it's desperation to demonstrate how to do this, because it, like you said, generationally, it begins to, nobody's picking up phones, nobody's making phone calls, because that's what everybody's doing, not doing.
Yeah.
But
so,
yeah.
Follow up, third party validation.
Yep.
And so, yeah, if you can do that, you're off to the races. You're making a ton of money.
Yup. All right, guys. So, Brant, I know you've been a silent partner here. Do you have any questions? We'll just wait for him for a second to scramble for his mute button. Unless he's waking back up. I don't know.
I'm here.
I figured. Do you have any thoughts, questions? You playing Plinko? I don't know. I guess he didn't hear the question. I've never.
I might lose you guys.
Okay, he doesn't have any questions.
Did I lose you guys?
No, you're just.
I'm driving.
I've never heard of Ford, Wayne. After 31 years.
Really?
I've heard of Form.
Same thing.
Yeah, I know. I recognized it. I was just like, huh, never thought of doing Ford. It's like found on road dead, you know. I'm just saying.
No, that's not true. Actually,
push a Chevy than drive a Ford.
What I found out, guys, is Jesus used to drive a Chevy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He had to walk everywhere.
Go ahead. That's funny. I always heard that the disciples, though, drove a Honda. Because it says in the Bible that the apostles were all on one accord. They went places.
Here's the thing. Jesus was the very first network marketer. He had 12 on his front line.
Right.
And look how big his organization is now.
Absolutely. I love those Bible jokes. They're funny.
Hey, I'll tell you guys a joke. When I first got on stage Saturday, guys, I read in this book about a month and a half ago that 33% of the world's population is either really handsome or really beautiful. So guys, look to your left, then look to your right to see if it's either one of them.
It's not.
Yeah, I got Roger Ball laughing on that one. Richard Wayne Hansen was snorting on the front row. I'm like, Richard, are you snorting?
Only some crack, sir.
Yeah. Well, guys, I need to hop off. I appreciate y'all letting me hop on board, but I got to make some other calls here.
All righty. Thank you for showing up. I'll be back on here at 6:30 tonight with hopefully a whole new group.
Yeah. All right, guys. We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.
You're welcome, Brant.
you.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome. So
I learned about I had the Advantage app, and like I mentioned, I've been using it, but I didn't know about the business development app or whatever
Yeah.
it's called.
It gives you some more options.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And if you want, we're going to go over some of the same stuff again tonight. So if you have downline or sideline or whatever you want to jump in, we'll be a little bit more smooth because we've done it once now.
Perfect. I appreciate it. I'll try to hop on and have some of my downline join.
All righty. See you tonight.
All right. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
All right,
See you
bye-bye.
guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Fleming.
Bye. Okay.
All right. Do you have any other questions yourself?
No, I got that app that we talked about. I haven't done the Advantage one though.
Okay. The Advantage one is kind of a more now button if you go out or if you use services of any sort. You know, like I said, from oil changes to gas station, say 15 cents a gallon on your first 3 fill-ups at a Shell when you join the fuel rewards.
Okay. What's the name of that again?
7K space Advantage.
Oh, okay.
Put a space between 7K and it's an orange app.
7K Advantage. Okay.
You can do bowling, dancing, skydiving, golf, music classes, skating. And here's what's really cool. Let's just say you have a favorite restaurant in Yelm. You could talk to them and get them put onto that app at absolutely no cost to them, period. All they have to do is offer a discount of some sort for people that come in and say, hey, I'm a 7K Advantage app holder. And when they pulled it up, when they roll on into town, they're going to go, and again, doesn't cost the restaurant nothing except offering a discount, right? Usually they have to pay to be a part of a discount program, right?
Mhm.
So when I roll up into Yelm and I open up my phone and say, who around here gives me a 7K Advantage discount? I'm going to go, oh, that restaurant does, or that store does, or that movie theater does. Maybe the movie theater wants to do a buy one, get one 50% off ticket, you know, to increase their movie sales. I don't know, but it's free to be a part of it. I'm not sure what the process is to get them in. So my advice would be to simply start using the app yourself. And just like Brant says, he went to Outback Steakhouse and got 50% off.
Right.
Why not?
Why not?
If you're going anyways.
Yeah.
So,
All right. I got to go, Albert.
all right,
Thank you.
see you later. All right,
I
bye-bye.
just downloaded it. I got it.
Perfect. All right, bye-bye.